Flapjack was apprehended on a cargo ship and subsequently turned over to the Honolulu Police Department by Mac and Samurai Jack. This incident follows a grave event from the previous week, where Flapjack was involved in the death of Chowder. The authorities are now investigating the circumstances surrounding both the murder and Flapjack's capture, as they seek to understand the motives behind these violent actions. 3 days after his latest incarceration, Flapjack managed to escape from jail once more, utilizing a stolen speedboat to navigate the waters toward Los Angeles. Unbeknownst to him, the city was in the grip of a zombie outbreak, with reports of the undead roaming the streets and wreaking havoc on the unsuspecting populace. As he sped along the coastline, Flapjack remained blissfully unaware of the chaos awaiting him, focused solely on his newfound freedom and the thrill of the open sea. Upon arriving in Los Angeles, Flapjack was met unexpectedly by zombie Edward the Platypus, a grotesque version of his former friend. Realizing the danger, Flapjack quickly hopped into his speedboat, revving the engine as the undead platypus lunged into the water, propelling himself with surprising agility. The chase ensued, with Flapjack expertly maneuvering through the harbor, while zombie Edward relentlessly pursued him, creating splashes and waves in his wake. Flapjack set off for Oregon in a speedboat, navigating the waters with excitement until he spotted a police search helicopter overhead, its rotor blades whirring ominously. Realizing he needed to evade capture, he steered the boat towards the shoreline and dashed into the dense forest. There, he stumbled upon a bear cave, a risky refuge. Undeterred, Flapjack confronted the bears inside, using his agility and cleverness to outmaneuver them, ultimately asserting dominance and claiming the cave as his hideout, secure from the prying eyes of the helicopter above. After 5 days of living in the cave, Flapjack had adapted to the environment, learning to scavenge for food while remaining vigilant against the sound of police helicopters overhead. One night, as he rummaged through his meager supplies, a moose unexpectedly charged into the cave, its massive frame silhouetted against the dim light. Flapjack barely had time to react as the animal, startled and aggressive, knocked over his makeshift camp and forced him to scramble for safety, highlighting the unpredictable dangers of his new life in the wild. After the moose attack 2 hours ago, Flapjack snuck into the nearest hospital and got some bandages. He managed to get them without getting caught. The next morning, people were confused over the absence of a few bandages at their hospital. Flapjack was healed from the moose attack after stealing some bandages. When Flapjack went outside of the cave, a wildfire emerged from someone leaving a cigarette on the forest floor. Flapjack escaped from the forest and left everything behind to save his life. Flapjack needed to look somewhere else to hide from the cop. Flapjack made it out of the fire. 2 days later, Flapjack was caught by the police at an alleyway in Bandon, Oregon. Flapjack was accused of starting the wildfire, so he was sent to jail for 10 years. They later found out Flapjack wasn't responsible, but gazpacho was to get revenge on Flapjack for killing Chowder a month ago. Flapjack was sent to community service,